The only thing that can really be said about God, because you can't possibly qualitatively or quantifiably define God in any remote capacity. But what we could possibly say about God is that God is infinite awareness. God is infinite and eternal. And it is that same infinite awareness that sustains our beings, that gives us consciousness, that gives us experience. But it is those mental modifications, right, which we can describe it in many different ways. We can talk about it in terms of karma. We can talk about it in terms of past lives and experiences, right? We could talk about it in terms of, higher levels of consciousness and lower levels of consciousness. We can talk about it in the terms of ego. But ultimately, there is a structure that takes something that is whole, complete, pure, and perfect, collapses it into one reality where things become finite and separate, individualistic, and take on certain qualities and quantities that have reduced its perfection, that have reduced its wholeness into something much smaller. And in doing so, it has reduced its potency and even more so, reduced its purity. Or better to say, right, it's that impurity that clouds that purity. Like that diamond that I talk about with that ice that covers it. Because definitely our individual consciousness is not strong enough to have any impact on that pure divine awareness, on that pure divine consciousness. So we can't make it impure. We can't possibly alter it in any level of our capacity to do anything. We can't affect it at all in any way, which should be kind of relieving to know that we can't screw it up that badly. But what can happen is it infects our own consciousness and our own conscious experience of life. Meaning there is less of that potency because there's less of that purity. We carry less power with us. We carry less actionable ability. We carry less of that catalyst that can make things happen. But even science says that it's very possible that that purity is there already. I've said this before, it's not like God is not with you. It's not like God is absent from your life because you can't feel God and you can't experience that grace in your life. It has nothing to do with God being present or absent, because then that would mean that God isn't perfect. How can God have less of God or more of God? These are finite experiences. These are finite definitions, qualities, and quantities. These are finite attributes that we assign God.